What's going on YouTube? This is Andre Classic Cuts reporting live with another video, and in this one specifically I'm gonna go into like one of my little secret weapons. It's actually called the Spritz spray. Basically what Spritz does, like, this has been around for like a minute, but I just feel like I haven't really announced it or just like made a video of it or explained it to anybody. But a lot of people always ask me what I'll use to actually keep my lineup to last for like a very long time, or how I can make my lineup really crispy and basically make it last longer than if you just go to like a typical barbershop. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna actually apply it on my lineup right now, as you guys can clearly see. And what I'm gonna do is really just take my hand, take my finger, and just go over my edge up and lay everything down. As you can see, my hair is really wavy. It's really curly. Like if it grows out for about 3 weeks, it'll really just turn into straight curls. So far it's been like a good 2 weeks or a week or so. So now I'm just like laying those hairs down all the way to the point that it's flat and it's really stiff. This is what Spritz does. It'll make your hair so stiff and like straight. So especially for if you're trying to get waves, like you hear people complain about it all the time, like, man, like I love having waves, but it's really hard to keep a crispy lineup because your hair is so curly, and like it's really hard to get that perfect straight line when all your like hairs towards your lineup is like swooshing in different directions, like literally curling in different directions. So it's hard to keep that straight line, especially over a course of like 3 or 4 days. Your lineup will pretty much be gone if you have really wavy hair. So basically what I'm doing, I went in with my Spritz, just use my napkin and wipe off the excess. So basically I'm gonna let it dry. It probably takes about 10 to 12 minutes, then like it'll be completely dry. And when I tell you this stuff really makes your hair stiff, like you could basically bend up the top of, I could bend up the top of my edge up right now if I really wanted to. So basically once it dry, this is it right here being dry. You take your clippers, take your Andy DTX outliners, wall heroes, any type of edges really, and really just go in. And what I like about this is, since your hair is so stiff and like straight and to the point that it won't move, you can line yourself up so much quicker than versus if you was just giving yourself a normal lineup. So I'm speeding up the areas of me actually doing my box on the side because I feel like that's not important. The video is more so about a crispy lineup. But I actually left my actual lineup footage and I didn't edit it, didn't slow it down, didn't even put captions on it. I want to actually show you guys how using the Spritz I could pretty much knock out a razor sharp, extremely nice lineup over a course of 10 minutes with using the Spritz. Because my hair is so straight, it's easy to do. All I have to do is really just dab it onto my forehead. I don't have to apply any pressure. I don't have to push my line back super far. All I have to do is just knock out the little hairs that's actually growing over the lineup. So as you can clearly see, just right there, me just tapping the area of my lineup, it's already extra sharp already. And I'm barely really doing anything. I'm not applying any pressure. I'm not pushing it down on my forehead. My forehead isn't bleeding at all. I'm barely touching it and only tapping the actual hairs that's outside of that line. Remember, if you ever apply too much pressure or you end up cutting yourself or anything, remember, your hair, it doesn't have any nerves at all. So when you cut your hair, you shouldn't feel anything. If you start feeling that your forehead is bleeding or your forehead is getting really hot or getting cut, that's because you're actually cutting your forehead and not really cutting your hair. That's what people really lose track of when they're actually giving themselves a lineup. They want to just push down really hard and think that's what's really going to give them a crispy lineup, when in reality it's really not. As you can clearly see, it's only been a few minutes and I'm going extremely slow just for the video, and already that lineup is really coming to life already, just from me just knocking out the little hairs that's standing outside of my natural lineup. I'll really be able to show you guys how stiff my hair is once I even go back in with it with my razor after I finish using my clippers right now, with my trimmers. These are actually my Angie's DTX outliners. I actually like to use these because the blade is really big. My favorite trimmers is the Wall Heroes, of course, because I feel like they're a little bit more sharper, but the blade is smaller. But with the Andes GTX outliner, it's bigger, so it's more hair that you can cut at one time. So I'm just using that one for this video purpose. Literally, I could basically position my trimmers in probably like three, 4, 5 areas, and that's basically my whole lineup that quick. Rather, if I had my heroes, it could probably be about 6 or 7 or 8. So that's really just the only reason why I use these for this particular video. So as you can clearly see, I already have like my lineup basically done. So now I'm just really going back in and trying to make sure that I make that box area real nice and sharp and crisp with the spritz area, of course. You can also use this on the box area. Like I said, I'm mostly just focusing on the lineup. That's the most important thing. A lot of people always want to know how they can get that crispy line up on themselves, or just really just make that line just last longer than 3 days, really. Because some people hair, they grow really, really fast. So this is also for people who hair that grows back super, super quick. So like once you like finish with the cutter or everything, definitely take a shower, but I'll kind of like put a do-rag on to avoid touching the area with the actual lineup, because the longer you keep that on there, your lineup will last for a really, really, really long time, probably double the amount of time it'll usually last if you go to a barbershop. So that's a pro tip. Just throw on your do-rag, or just throw up on like a wave cap, or really just try not to get like the edge up area wet, and you'll be good. So here we go with my razor. I'm about to show y'all with the razor work, how that apply with the spritz. Of course, I'm not going to go into details about the side of the box. Like I said before, that's not what we zeroing on right now. We're really trying to zero on to the lineup. So right now, this is really going to show you how stiff my hair actually is. Right now, I'm going slow just to test the waters and see how stiff is my lineup with me actually putting that spritz on. But right now, I see, oh, okay, it's really, really stiff. So I could go really fast. And you see how I'm literally going down. I'm really going all the way up to my lineup. Like I'm literally hitting my edge up. And since my edge up is so stiff and there's a lot of hair right there, there's no way that I could cut or like mess up the actual line in that area. Like literally I'm hitting the whole lineup, but it's not moving because my hair is just so stiff. So the only thing that's really getting cut is the little excess hairs that's growing. For example, the widow peak area, or the little hairs that like the average person that's like 5 steps from you probably won't even know. But those are the hairs that's going to actually grow and actually mess up your crispy lineup over a course of 3 or 4 days. That's why people say all the time, if you use the razor, your edge up will last way longer versus if you just use your clippers or your trimmers. So yeah, right now I'm using my razor, and you can clearly see my edge up, my line isn't moving. This is basically my spritz edge up all over a course of 10 minutes, people. It didn't take no time. What isn't even 10 minutes? Probably like 8 or 7 minutes. I'm not sponsored for this video. I just really, really like the spritz. Like I feel like this is an extremely impressive product. Also, when you get your brush, just use the soft side. And like I said, since the hairs is so stiff, if you use the soft side, your hairs won't move at all. So you could basically use the soft side to get rid of all of the like actual dried up spritz, and just get rid of it by using the soft side. Just use that over your forehead and use that over your lineup area, and right after that you'll be done. Like as you can clearly see, all of the stuff is gone already. You can't even see that the spritz is still there. That simple. Definitely go pick y'all up some of this spritz. That's basically the video. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to your boy Andre Classic Cuts, and make sure y'all hit that bell right there so y'all be notified every single time I drop new heat. And more importantly, I'm always on like Twitter or Instagram, but mostly Instagram, and I try to like follow back every single person, and I drop pictures of my cuts on a regular basis. So if you follow me on Instagram, I can follow you back instantly. And I'm out.